This video is basically about Tasmania, and I'm here in Oxford Street going towards Mayfair. This is where I always hang out in the morning before I start my day. So basically, Tasmania is one of those places that everybody has heard about, very few people have visited. And this is just basically because it's so remote, it's so hard to get to. I mean, if people by chance end up going to Oceania, which is basically Australia, New Zealand, and some islands surrounding it. I don't even know if Papua New Guinea is considered part of Oceania, but definitely all the islands surrounding Australia and New Zealand. It's unlikely they'll go to Tasmania, but they'll probably visit Sydney, they'll probably visit Melbourne, they'll probably visit like the Queensland Forest, Ayers Rock, maybe New Zealand, but like I think a little bit less of a priority would be to go to Tasmania. Yet it's such an interesting island. It as far as biodiversity, it has like, I mean, some of the species that people know about, the Tasmanian devil, obviously, it's like a well-known animal in popular culture, and I always wanted to go. So I basically, when I was in Queensland, I made a point to just save enough money to go to Tasmania, and I said like I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there. So I thought I would hitch, but I ended up traveling with the other waiter who was a chess player, one of my coworkers who was a chess player. And I think what I remember about Tasmania was like people were friendly. It was kind of like a little bit like Scotland, a little bit like Oregon, places that I know. I haven't explored Canada that much. It's more like out there, very underpopulated and very remote, and like huge national parks. So there was like this major national park that we went to, and I remember we went to this bar and people were very friendly and they invited us to go in, and we basically went in by just taking a ferry across from Melbourne. It's called the Tasmanian Cat or something, or the Cat, and it was like a very, very fast ferry. I've never been in that type of navigation device before at the time, so it was like a really fast ride. And I remember when we were there, we were basically surviving on almost anything. So we were on about $5 Australian a day. It seems like it's a common thing for me to like end up in situations where I basically survive on anything, and I'm not entirely sure why this happens, because obviously right now I don't want to be in this situation. But at the time, I just took a lot of pride in how like frugal I was as a traveler, how much we got to see about Tasmania, and I think we spent a whole week there.
Yeah, well.
And then we went back. I did remember we got sick because we were basically camping out in the middle of the forest to avoid paying for any campground expenses. And we did not take our car. We left the car I believe in Melbourne.